Happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right, we got that out of the way. I have a question for you. Why are you allowing people to make you feel bad about yourself? Why are you allowing people to come in and start dictating to you how you should see yourself? Why are you doing that? Why are you giving your power away like that? Do you know how many people are walking around here looking beautiful as anything, wearing designer this, dripped in jewelry, who are so insecure, who cannot show up in places and spaces as their authentic selves because they don't love themselves? Those are the same people that you are going to start taking advice from. Those are the same people that you are going to allow to step into your world and start making you question about yourself. So again, I'm going to ask you, why are you allowing other people to make you feel bad about yourself? I can't tell you the last time. So, okay, side note, right? I like to go out to nice places to eat. I like to go out to nice restaurants to eat. Like, this is something that I started doing when I was back in Vegas. I started deciding, like, you know what? No, I'm going to start romancing myself. Instead of waiting for a man to come and, like, romance you, take yourself out. You want to go to that nice restaurant? Go to that nice restaurant. For the first time since I started doing this here in Texas, the last restaurant that I went to, and I'm not going to name the names right now, right? Because I'm going to give people grace for now. I'm going to go back again and I'm going to see what the behavior is like, because maybe they were just having a bad day or whatever it is, right? But for the first time, that restaurant that I went to out here, I was sensing like an attitude. I was sensing like a weird energy and a weird vibe from a couple of the staff members that were working there. This was not my first time going to this restaurant. This is a nice, like, fine dining restaurant, right? This wasn't my first time going there, but it was the first time that I'd noticed these two particular staff members that I hadn't seen before. They were kind of giving me an attitude. And I thought to myself, you know what? You're not going to make me feel bad about myself. Why? Because a lot of people are looking at Black women stepping into nice places and saying, oh, well, you know what? I can tell you right now what they were probably thinking. They're probably thinking, oh, she's over here so she can meet some sugar daddy. She's over here so she can, try and attract some man. Are there women who are doing that? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When I was in Vegas, after my ex and I had split, when I was in Vegas and I come across a content creator who was talking about all of that, like how you can take yourself to a nice place so you can meet, rich men and this, that, and the other. Absolutely. I was like, yes, I'm beautiful. I was hyping myself up. I was like, yeah, like, I'm beautiful. Do you know what I mean? Like, their loss. Okay, on to the next one. Hello, Jay-Z, right? I'm moving on. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get this guy and this, that, and the other. Yes, I'm not saying that there aren't women who are going out with that intention. But just because of those women who are going out and doing that does not mean, just because they're going out and doing that, it doesn't mean that you should now step out and feel shame. Step out and allow people to make you feel bad about yourself because they're looking at you with those same lenses, even though you're just taking yourself out because you want to romance yourself. Because you want to take yourself to a nice place. Why wait for somebody else to treat you? Why wait for someone else to introduce certain things to you? Why not introduce them to yourself? Why wait for somebody to love on you like that when you can love on yourself like that? And so that's been my mentality for these last, I want to probably say like for the last 6 months to a year. My mentality has been, you know what? I deserve to go out and have a nice time. I deserve that. I don't need to wait for a man to come and introduce that to me. I don't need to wait for it to be somebody's birthday for me to go and do that. I don't need to wait for a special occasion to go and do that. The same goes for you. This is just one example. But really think about it. How many places are you in? How many spaces are you in right now where people are trying to make you feel bad about yourself? Maybe it's the job that you do. And people trying to make you feel bad about the work that you do. And it's like, well, you make an honest living. You are making money in a legal way, in an honest way. And your morals are not up for debate. But people are going to make you feel bad about, oh yeah, well, you know, why would you be doing that job? You're so much better than that. Why? Because they are attaching their self-worth onto things that have nothing to do with self. They're attaching self-worth to things that have got nothing to do with them. Because imagine, right? Imagine you do take yourself out to a nice restaurant and you look good from head to toe. Because you know, when we dress up, like, we look good, right? Imagine you take yourself out and these people are going to be looking at you like, oh, what's she doing here? Who is she trying to attract? She's probably here trying to get some married man or something like that, you know? Because, you know, these black girls, you know, these black women, they be on the same thing. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, for me specifically, and for some of you specifically, that's not why you're taking yourself out to a nice place. You're taking yourself out to a nice place because you know you deserve it. Because that's what you want to do, and you can do it. You can love on yourself like that. You can unwind like that. But the people who are judging you, the people who are putting their own mindset and their own perspective onto you, are equating self-worth to the things that are outside of them. So again, I'm going to ask you, why are you allowing other people who have their own insecurities, other people who are caught up in their own stuff, to make you feel bad about yourself? It doesn't make any sense, right? Like, really think about it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, so you're now going to stop doing the things that you like doing. You're going to stop showing up how you want to show up because you don't want to ruffle the feathers. No. Let feathers be ruffled. Listen, pluck them things out if you need to. People are going to talk. People are going to feel some type of way. People, and here's the thing. When I say people, I understand that some of the people that are going to make you feel bad about yourself could be people you're close to. I understand that some of these people are people that have certain expectation on you. They expected you to be a doctor. You were supposed to be a lawyer. You were going to be an accountant. Like, what happened? Why are you doing this job instead? Don't you see that you're not reaching your full potential by doing this job? Don't you see that you're too beautiful to be doing this job? Don't you see that you're too young? Don't you see that you're too old? Don't you see you're too something? To them, it's like they have this vision and this image of where they want to see you, because that's what they equate your self-worth with. Would you mean you're a hairdresser? Would you mean you're a food delivery person? Would you mean that you're a nursing assistant? Would you mean you're a nurse? Would you mean you're a receptionist? Would you mean you're a cashier? You should be doing something else, because that's what you're worthy of. That's what's gonna make you stand out, and that's how people are gonna look at you and say, oh, wow, yeah, she's successful. Because look at her, she's a lawyer. She's somebody. Look at her, she's a celebrity. She's this, she's that. No. Stop allowing people to come in and hijack how you look at yourself. As long as you can go to bed at night knowing that you can look yourself in the mirror and not hate the person who's looking back, and not feel disgusted by the person that's looking back, and you feel proud of yourself, then you're doing an amazing job. Because the only approval that you need is from self. You don't need nobody else's approval. You don't even need my approval. As long as you can look in the mirror and say, you know what, like, I'm proud of you. You're doing your thing. I'm proud of you. Yet, you know what? You might not be making $1 million a year. You might not be making $1 billion a year. But you're making enough to take care of yourself, to take care of your kids. Oh, you know what? You might still need help. I'm in a position where I have a lot of people who help me, who help my kids. You might be in the same boat, right? What you're still doing for money, what you're still doing to reach whatever goals you have for yourself, you're still doing an amazing job. Because you are doing it in an honest way. People underestimate that. People are like, oh, you know what? If you want to make money, you got to be ready to do whatever for it. There are human beings. This is what I mean, right? Like self-limiting beliefs. So many people are surrounding themselves with chicken heads. So many people are surrounding themselves with hood rats. And you might be a hood rat. You need to change your ways if you are. Because only people with the hood rat mentality, only people with the chicken head mentality, only people with self-limiting beliefs will tell you that, oh yeah, if you want to make this money, you got to be willing to do whatever. You can't be thinking morally. You can't think about morals when you want to make money. You can't think about morals when you want to be successful. That's absolute BS. That is absolute BS. And you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Because so many wealthy individuals will tell you the same thing. Just look it up on YouTube. Just watch the interviews. So many people who have got a lot of money, but were not living their lives in a way that was upright. And when I say upright, I mean what felt morally right for them. They started to look in the mirror and not like the person that was looking back. When you hear them talk about the money cannot erase that. The money is not going to make you love yourself more. The money is not going to make you not depressed. The money is not going to make you a better person. The money is only going to amplify what was already there. That is it. It's like walking into a room and it's dark and there's a mess everywhere. And you expect that when you turn that light on, the mess is just going to disappear. No. Turning on the light is just going to show you how bad of a mess is actually there. And that's what money is. Money is a currency. Money's only going to show you who you've always been. Money is just going to reveal what was already there. So stop thinking that it's going to fix your heart after you turn out to be a horrible, horrible human being for this thing that can't fix the things that need fixing. So stop allowing people to make you feel bad about who you are, about how you're choosing to show up. If you want to make money, go ahead and make money. Do your thing, babe. Like, I'm over here, I'm cheering you on. Like, come on. You want modest means of living? Good for you. You're figuring your way out of the situation that you're in right now, and you need help, and you're, doing some of it yourself. You know what? Round of applause for you. All I'm saying is, whatever you're doing, it better be something that you can live with. It better be something that you can live with. Because a lot of these women, I've been looking at a lot of successful Black women, because like, women just being successful like inspires me so much anyway. And I'm not saying successful in terms of like their money or the car that they're driving or the house that they live in or the clothes that they have on. You can tell when someone feels successful just from their face, from the way that they speak, from the way that they show up. One of the places that I like to go and get food with my kids, it's such a cute restaurant. The food is good. And a couple of the servers who work there, like, you can tell, like, she's proud of who she is. You can tell how she interacts with customers. There's an air and there's an energy about success. Success is not just how much money you're making. It's not just what tax bracket you're in. It's not just who you got married to, right? Those can be success as well, but I'm just saying those are not the only measurements of success. When I meet Black women who are successful, the energy about them and the way that they even interact with you is different. And then you will meet Black women who are making a ton of money, designer from head to toe. And when you live in Houston, you're going to see that there's a lot of them. There's a lot of Black women with money out here. And out of those hundreds, thousands of Black women making a lot of money, making really good money, you can see on so many of their faces where it's like the person left. It's just a shell. And they could be saying all the right things. They could be, like trying to do the whole friendly thing, but there's an energy there that is missing. The person left. And it's sad. It's sad because you already know when she goes home and when she's looking in the mirror, she doesn't like the person that's looking back. Because at the end of the day, you start asking yourself, was it worth your soul? Was it worth it? I'm not condoning poverty, because we shouldn't want to live in lack. Absolutely not. I don't condone living in a scarcity mindset or living in scarcity. I don't condone that, especially, when you love yourself, and especially when you're a mom as well. We have a responsibility. As mothers, we have a responsibility to our children to get our act together quick. So I'm not condoning poverty. I'm condemning trading your soul that is priceless for a price tag, just because you're allowing people to make you feel bad about yourself. They feel bad about themselves, and they're projecting. They're projecting their own insecurities. So here's what I want us to do. The next time that we're speaking to people who are projecting their own insecurities on us, we should actually speak words of encouragement in that situation without chastising them, right? Without saying, oh, you're just saying that because you feel that way about yourself. You know, you're just trying to make me feel bad about what I do, who I am, because you don't like who you are. Because you're comparing yourself. Because you think there are people who are better than you. We don't need to do any of that. But it's speaking life into that situation and reminding people who think like that, look, at the end of the day, self determines self-worth. I decide what I'm worth. And I've decided that I'm worthy. I've decided that I deserve. There's not a job in this world. There's not a paycheck in this world. There's not a price tag in this world. There's not a house, clothes, shoes, jewelry, a man, nothing. There's nothing that is outside of you that gets to say how worthy you are. And that's the life that we need to be reminding people in those situations, because if we get defensive, somebody's telling you, why are you doing that job for? You're so much better than that. And you get defensive in that situation, you're just giving them ammunition, because people love to have other people respond just so they can start an argument. So a lot of times people aren't listening to actually respond with something that's going to make the conversation more fruitful. People are listening to see how they can start an argument with you. And that's when you take that opportunity to be like, you know, actually, you decide. You get to decide how much you matter. You get to decide what you mean.